There comes a time in every empire when loyalty is tested, power is questioned, and secrets come crawling out of the woodwork, sometimes literally. Now, episode 10 of All the Queen's Men doesn't just tighten the noose around Madam, it dares to ask what happens when your inner circle starts leaking from both sides. And tonight we saw betrayals, brutal monologues, and breakdowns that left no room for loyalty, only strategy. We're now neck deep in Madam's trial, y'all, and this episode didn't hold back. The pacing was tight, the tension was loud. Everyone is either turning state witness, hiding from the fallout, or cashing in on secrets. But what this episode really exposes is the emotional erosion of the characters that we thought were untouchable. Blue is starting to crack. Fuego is fully unhinged, and Babyface is finding out what happens when karma hits back. So let's start with the courtroom. Frank Wilmot. He allegedly was kidnapped, abused, and filmed. He finally took the stand, and while his face never met Madam's, his ears did. The voice ID was damning. One match, one recorded vibe check over lunch, and now Madam's voice is officially court-certified trauma. And what was wild, she had to actually record this during her lunch break. No burger, no fries, just legal entrapment. And yet, the bigger issue wasn't the voice. It was all in how nonchalant Madam seemed about it, until Lovett's motion to strike got denied, and that smirk on her face, it faded really fast. Now, let's pivot to Tandy, the self-declared mayor and reigning queen of erotic chaos. Her dismissive, "this is my bed, not our bed," it read like a shot across Babyface's pride, right? And when she told him that he still had the #1 spot, what kind of emotionally manipulative gymnastics is that? We're witnessing a full-blown psychological power play. It's not just disrespect, it's strategic disrespect. And Babyface, he's still acting like he's so confused. Lord have mercy. Meanwhile, Dime lost her entire mind over some leftover shrimp fried rice. Now that scene walked a fine line between comedy and emotional instability. But Sky Black, let me tell you, he handled this masterfully. The tenderness in Amp's apology wasn't just about the rice, it was a subtle reminder to me that this man is still operating under pressure, just a little bit. Maybe not from Madam, maybe because he's still on probation. And these murder charges, remember he murdered the girl in the shower? They may just come back to haunt him. And if Dime is really pregnant, she may be pregnant by Big D. And we're about to open up a whole new plot line here, people. So I can't wait to talk about that. Now let's get into Trouble. Now her name has always been ironic, but now it's prophecy. When Detective Davis promised witness protection if she testified, that was the last breath of safety. The last one that Trouble's gonna get. The writing's on the wall, literally. Blue already warned her, Madam's looking 2 steps ahead. You don't enter witness protection when you live in Madam's world, right? And the energy in this scene, it screamed final act to me. Trouble's exit isn't just probable, it's practically promised. And speaking of betrayal, Lola's double agent storyline, it's finally unraveling. She's feeding intel to Davis, trying to secure a warrant for Club Eden's basement, right? But the problem, she's also been Madam and Blue's inside voice. That park bench meeting with Davis, it may as well have been a death sentence for her. You can't serve 2 queens in this game. And Madam, I don't know, she doesn't do forgiveness twice. I'm just saying. Then there's Fuego. That monologue in the car, it was haunting. The man is broken. His apology to Sandra was one of the most human moments we've seen in this series. It was raw, believable, and deadly foreshadowing. He's not just mad, he's motivated. And let's be clear, a motivated Fuego is a dangerous Fuego. This man is about to burn everything down and take no prisoners, especially after that locker room confrontation where he snapped over the dancers joking about the rape. That wasn't just a moral outburst, y'all. It was a pivotal point. This man is about to go ballistic. Meanwhile, Blue is having her own quiet breakdown. She's hiding phone calls, giving people the side eye, and slowly sliding out of Madam's trust. When Tommy warned Madam about her stairwell conversation, Madam played it cool, but her eyes told the truth. She's watching Blue like a hawk now, and if Blue slips, Madam won't hesitate. Y'all know the rest. Now, the scene with Tommy knitting a stress cloth for Madam, that was comedy gold. Roman chamomile and wildflower lavender and a courtroom anxiety blanket, genius. That was so unexpected and deeply necessary, right? And when Blue questioned his masculinity over it, his response, "I'm a Renaissance man," was not just a clapback, it was a statement. Now, let's stop policing masculinity, y'all. I mean, based on what a man enjoys. right? This moment hit harder than expected, and the actor's delivery was flawless. I love this moment. Now, let's get back to the club. Lola was in such a panic when she warned Blue that trouble was testifying and that the cops were coming. And Blue finally showed some suspicion, but at that point, it was a little too late. The raid was already at the door. Now, the scene itself delivered on the energy, but also reinforced just how slow Blue has been to react, right? She's tired, she's slipping, and Madam knows it. Now, here's where Midnight is really slipping up. He says that he's gonna take one last gig from Renee, just one more time. Now, we've heard this line before. We've heard it from Doc, Babyface, and even Amp, and each time someone ends up dead. Now it's Midnight's turn. Now the repetition here is starting to feel like a warning. Every man who says just one more time, the ladies that they're fooling with end up in the obituaries. Babyface and Miss Patty, Doc and that girl that says that she was pregnant by him, you know, the married one. He ended up getting hit by a bus or something. We know Miss Patty was thrown over the balcony, accidentally, of course. Amp killed this lady in the shower, y'all remember, and then they threw her body out back. So yeah, now it's Midnight's turn, and this trope may be tired, but it's also terrifyingly consistent. And Blue told Madam that trouble has flipped, and now Blue has to go and find her. Blue told her, say less. This is the energy that we've been waiting for from Blue. No emotion, no discussion, just handle it. But the only issue with this is that later, Blue told Madam that she can't find her. And this is where the shift comes in again. Madam is very disappointed. She's like, well, why are you telling me this information that I can't use? Meanwhile, after Quincy beat up Babyface in the hall, after Quincy beat up Babyface in the hallway. I'm so sorry, that was funny. Madam gave Babyface's solo act to Quincy. And listen, the dance, it was different. There was no oil, no body thrusting, just pop lock and eroticism, right? And the crowd, they ate it up. They loved it. And Quincy is basically proving that he's not just a fill-in, he's here to stay. Now, the layers in this father-son dynamic, it's painful. That push was about more than just disrespect. It was about years of neglect, unresolved abandonment, and quiet resentment exploding in one move. And Babyface, he deserved every second of it, period. But that brings me to this softer moment between Dime and Blue. Blue suspects something is up, right? Either she's pregnant or anorexic, stressed out. Dime's constant bathroom trips, they just aren't adding up, and Blue's too sharp to miss that. Again, the show's writing leans into subtlety here. It's not about saying it, it's about knowing it. Oh, and let's not forget about Miss Tony here. She's still messy. She shows up at the club pretending to support Amp, but really, she's just there to see the show, just like everybody else. And Madam, we know she ain't having it. She dismissed Tony with the same venom she keeps for those enemies. Say hi to your son and get the hell out of my club. That line alone should be framed. It was art. And then we have Fuego and Big D plotting revenge. Fuego wants blood for Sandra. And Big D, he's clueless. He has no idea that Madam's the one who orchestrated it all. And if he helps Fuego now, he's siding against his own empire. And this is a kind of poetic irony that only gets better with time. It's betrayal wrapped up in ignorance. Then later, Blue gets undermined by Tommy again, this time in front of Madam. And still, she says nothing. There is no clap back, no defense. This is not the Blue that we're used to. She's softening, hesitant to say anything, and in Madam's world, this is lethal. And I'm afraid that if she doesn't speak up soon, she's gonna be replaced, or worse. So let's zoom out now. What we're watching now, it isn't just courtroom drama or a nightclub power struggle. It's the disintegration of Madam's inner circle. One by one, her closest allies are either flipping, cracking, or stepping out of bounds. And while the men of Eden, they're still able to draw the crowd, the drama behind the scene is where the real money is. The show is subtly shifting its center of gravity from the dancers to the drama, from the performances to the politics. And yeah, I'm here for it all. Even if the one more time trope needs to break, I'm still here for it. Episode 10, it leaves us with one brutal truth. When your empire is built on secrets, it only takes one whisper to bring it down. Madam is learning that. Blue is wrestling with it. And the rest, either they're cashing in or counting their days. So who's gonna bring Madam down for real? Will it be her inner circle or her enemies? Well, that's all I have for this episode number 10, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. You know I'd appreciate it. And if you're a fan of All the Queen's Men like I am, then go ahead and sub to this channel for more videos just like this one. This has been Ruthless TV, and I'm going to see you on the next one.